Good day, beautiful people, and welcome back to Life Treasures and Golden Moments. This is Natalie Silver. How are you doing out there? It's always good to be with you. And today I want to share a story, and the title of it is called The Truest of Friends, and the author is Nancy Sullivan. I pulled the pink envelope from our mailbox just as my daughter was coming home from school. It looked like a birthday party invitation. Sarah was carefully printed in bold, black letters. When Sarah stepped off the bus, I tucked the envelope into her hand. It's for me, she stuttered, delighted. In the unseasonably warm February sun, we sat down on the front porch. As I helped her open the envelope, I wondered who had sent it. Maybe Emily or perhaps Michael, pals from her special education class. It's from Miranda, Sarah said, pointing to the front of the card. There, framed with hearts, was a photo of a girl I had never seen before. She had beautiful blonde hair, a dimpled grin, and warm, smiling eyes. Miranda is 8 years old, the caption read. Come and celebrate on Valentine's Day. Glancing at the picture, I felt uneasy. Clearly, Miranda was not handicapped. Sarah, on the other hand, had Down syndrome and was developmentally delayed in all areas. At age 9, she still functioned on a preschool level. Her disability was obvious. It was marked with thick lens glasses, a hearing aid, and stuttering. A happy child, she had many friends who used wheelchairs and braces and walkers, but this was the first time she had been invited to the home of a non-disabled child. How did you meet Miranda? I asked. At school. We eat lunch together every day. Even though Sarah was in special education, she socialized with other second graders during gym and lunch and in homeroom. I had always hoped she would make friends outside her program. Why then did I feel apprehensive? Because I'm her mother, I thought. I loved Sarah. I wanted and prayed that she would have the best. I also knew a friendship with Sarah called for extra sensitivity, tolerance, and understanding. Was a child in the photo capable of all that? Valentine's Day came. Sarah dressed in her favorite pink lace dress and white patent leather shoes. As we drove to Miranda's party, she sat next to me in the front seat, clutching the Barbie doll she had wrapped with Winnie the Pooh paper and masking tape. I am so excited, she said. I smiled, but deep inside I felt hesitant. There would be other children at the party. Would they tease Sarah? Would Miranda be embarrassed in front of all her other friends? Please, Lord, I prayed, don't let Sarah get hurt. I pulled into the driveway of a house decorated with silver heart-shaped balloons. Waiting at the front door was a little girl in a red sweater trimmed with ribboned hearts. It was Miranda. Sarah's here, she called, racing to our car. She welcomed my daughter with a wraparound hug. Soon 7 giggling girls followed Miranda's lead, welcoming Sarah with smiles. Bye, Mom, Sarah said, waving as she and the others ran laughing into the house. Miranda's mother, Mary, greeted me at my roll-down car window. Thanks for bringing Sarah, she said. Miranda is so excited Sarah could come to her party. Mary went on to explain that her daughter was an only child and that Miranda and Sarah had become special friends at school. Miranda talks about her all the time, she said. I drove away amazed. Still, I couldn't get over my uneasiness. Could this friendship ever be equal? Miranda would need to learn the language of Sarah's speech. She would need patience when Sarah struggled with certain tasks. That was a lot to ask of an 8-year-old. As the months passed, I watched the girls' friendship grow. They spent many hours together in our home, fixing dinner in the kitchen. I heard giggles fill the family room as they twirled around in an old recliner. I watched The Lion King. Other times they dressed up in my old hats and outdated blouses, pretending to be famous singers. Soon the months turned into years. One afternoon in late autumn in 1995, I watched the two of them sitting next to each other at her kitchen table. Sarah held a pencil. Miranda had a tablet of paper. Miranda called out each letter as she guided Sarah's hand. S-A-R-A-H. Though some of the letters had been printed backward or upside down, Miranda praised Sarah's effort. "Great job," she said, and applauding. At Christmas time, the girls exchanged gifts, and Sarah gave Miranda a photograph of herself, a framed First Communion picture. "You look beautiful," Miranda said as she admired Sarah's white ruffled dress and lawn lace veil. In return, Miranda gave Sarah a gray flannel elephant trimmed with an "I love you" tag. It quickly became Sarah's favorite stuffed animal, and she slept with it every night. A few weeks into the new year, Sarah came home from school looking downcast. "Miranda is sick," she said. "I thought maybe she had caught the bug circulating at school." Minutes later, however, Sarah's special education teacher called. Miranda was in the hospital. She had sustained a seizure at school and had been diagnosed with a brain tumor. Surgeons had performed a risky operation, which had left Miranda paralyzed on one side, with impaired speech and vision. The biopsy results weren't back yet. "Can we visit her?" I asked. I knew Sarah would want to see her friend. "Miranda is very despondent and not up to seeing anybody," the teacher told me. "Her parents are requesting cards rather than visits. We'll keep her in our prayers," I promised. That night, Sarah knelt beside her bed, clutching her stuffed elephant. "Please, Ma, make Miranda better," she prayed. Night after night, she implored God to heal her friend. Then one night in early February, Sarah stopped abruptly in the middle of her prayer. She nudged me. "Let's, make a valentine for Miranda." The next day, we sat together at the kitchen table as I helped Sarah write Miranda's name on a large sheet of pink and white construction paper. She decorated each letter with stickers and glittery magic markers. She drew a large heart around the name, then glued candy hearts with phrases like "friends forever" and "be mine." In similar fashion, she added 4 more pages. Just before we slid the card into a large envelope, Sarah asked, How do I spell love?" I called out the letters as she painstakingly printed L-O-V-E, love, the letters crooked and out of place, followed by her name. 2 weeks passed. We heard that Miranda had additional surgery. On Valentine's Day, I got a phone call from her mother. "Miranda's home," she said, "and wants to see Sarah." "Home?" I asked with surprise. Miranda's tumor was benign. We're hoping for full recovery. As we discussed Miranda's prognosis, she relayed how thankful she was for Sarah in her card. Miranda was very depressed. She had stacks of letters, cards, and gifts, but wouldn't open any of them. Then one morning, Sarah's homemade card arrived. We opened it, and Miranda burst into a huge smile. She hugged it and wouldn't put it down. Mary's voice was choked with emotion. It was an answer to prayer. I realized then that Sarah and Miranda were the truest of friends. Their bond was defined not by intellect or health or handicap, but by love, unconditionally given and received. They had overcome disability with laughter and support. Their friendship had always been equal. Today, both girls are doing well. Miranda is almost 12 and Sarah is going on 13. With the help of intensive therapy, Miranda's neurological functions returned to normal, and Sarah's speech has improved immensely. She can even read some. Though we've moved to a different neighborhood, the girls still keep in touch. Recently, Miranda came to sleep over. As the girls sat at our kitchen table, they talked about Miranda's newly pierced ears and Sarah's secret boyfriend from her special ed class. Then in the middle of their conversation, Sarah opened a kitchen drawer and pulled out a tablet and pencil. S-A-R-A-H, Miranda called out, just like the old times. As Sarah printed her name without any help, Miranda looked on and clapped. "Great job, Sarah," she said. I took a peek at my daughter's masterpiece. Her name had been written perfectly. A special thank you to our author today, Nancy Sullivan. She gave us all a reminder that if we look at people with heart and with love, and not with looking for imperfections, that is what life is about. To love people unconditionally, not for their faults, but for their virtues and their spirit. Thank you, Nancy. And to all of you, this is Natalie Silva. Have a beautiful day. Take care. And until next time, God bless.